Hey, what is up out there, survivors, and welcome back to Let's Survive News? Not really. Sorry to burst your bubble, but we're not really having a traditional news episode this week. Basically because The Last of Us 2 is out as of the recording of this in 30 minutes, and once that happens, I will be gone. I will be lost for, until that game is done. So yeah, I wanted to get this recording done before I dive into that world. But yeah, we're not going to be doing the traditional news. Instead, I'm going to spotlight a bunch of cool community stuff that I think you all should check out. So let's kick this off. In the past, I've recommended a bunch of awesome channels, including Brian's Action Figure Reviews, which is friggin' awesome, especially the retro wrestle reviews that go out every Monday. I love those. And of course, Burns the Dragon, which is all manner of cool, weird body modification and performance stuff. Definitely worth checking out. But now I'm going to highlight some other gaming channels, because obviously since I started doing this, I've started to check out some other YouTubers who are gaming. And so let's kick it off with the Pilgrim Program. So the Pilgrim Program is the brainchild of an awesome dude named James. He brought me into a kind of Facebook group of survival horror content creators, which I've become very fond of. Become very fond of a lot of the people in that group and their content and their work. But James is just a wonderful guy. He makes really good content. His first series was an Outlast series, well worth checking out on his YouTube channel. And then at the moment he's working on actually I'm not sure if Outlast was his first series. It was definitely the first one I saw. But yeah. He's now releasing episodes of The Caretaker, or just Caretaker, I don't know, but that's really interesting and bizarre. It's not a title that I would maybe necessarily buy, but I'm really enjoying watching it. And he's playing Town of Light, or The Town of Light, which is a game that I've had on my PlayStation for the guts of half a year, if not more, and I've not actually played it. So yet again, it's nice to be able to watch a playthrough of that. And yeah, James, he's a very good dude. He's very passionate about the stuff he puts out. And I'm very happy to know him, and I'm happy to champion and support his channel. And next up, we have another Irish YouTuber. No, it's not that guy, not the big one, not the one that everybody knows. Instead, I'm trying to highlight people that you should be checking out. And who you should be checking out is Evan OD.
Well, lads, what's the crack? Welcome to the YouTube channel.
Evan is an Irish YouTuber like myself, putting out daily content like myself. He's done a series of The Outer Worlds, which is of course the kind of Fallout-esque space exploration game from the creators of, I believe, Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, he's done a series of that, which is great. Again, I haven't had time to sink into that game, so it's been fun to watch some of Evan's episodes. And he's also done a series around Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which is, if you haven't played it, is an absolute goddamn masterpiece. I love that game so much, endlessly. I endlessly love that game. And he's also done a series of Arise, A Simple Story, which is a really beautiful, beautiful indie title that I wasn't even aware of until I started checking out Evan's videos, and it's definitely one that I will want to pick up now. Evan's videos are really funny, really entertaining, and he's just a really all-around nice dude. He's reached out to me a lot on Twitter. We've had a lot of fun banter. He's commented on a lot of my videos, and I just wanted to give him a spotlight here. And if what I've described sounds like something that might pique your interest, definitely pop over and give him a sub. Same with James and the Pilgrim Program. If you like the sounds of these channels, it would be awesome if you go over, have a look-see, and if they feel like they're your cup of tea, hit that subscribe button and yeah, support awesome content creators.
Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications. I upload every single day.
Now, as for cosplay, I don't have a lot of cosplay to detail. I mean, you can check out our interview with Josh the Medic, which was released on Tuesday. I'm so proud of that interview. I love Josh. He's a wonderful dude. I'm so glad that he came on to chat to me. But yeah, through meeting people like Josh, I've kind of become more involved in the kind of Resident Evil cosplaying community on Twitter. And I've come across Kristen, who is known as the master of unlocking on Twitter, and at HighFrenzy is her Twitter handle, and she does a friggin' epic Jill Valentine cosplay. I've said it before, I'm not sure, like if you've checked out my interview with Josh, you'll have heard it and stuff. Jill Valentine is pretty much my favourite video game character of all time. Up there alongside maybe Sephiroth and one or two others, and that's straight away that pronunciation is going to piss so many people off. and I don't care. I'm sorry. But yeah, I love Jill, and I think that what Kristen does with her is absolutely next level. Huge fan. I'm following her on Twitter, and I would strongly recommend that you do so too. She's friggin' awesome. And some of the stuff she's done with another cosplayer named Bone Daddy Cos, where she's been Jill and he's been Carlos from the Resident Evil 3 remake, are absolutely incredible. Also, just to spotlight that, Nicole Tompkins, who is the voice of Jill Valentine in Resident Evil 3 and an awesome streamer over on Twitch, someone I'm a huge fan of, and I've been following pretty much all of her streams since she started. She has started to do her own Jill cosplay, and it looks pretty damn cool. I'll drop the image in here, but yeah, she is killing it with this, and I am very excited to see that all come together. I'm just loving seeing all these Jill Valentine cosplays. As I say, she's my favorite character of all time. So having people like Kristen, and then of course Nicole, who is the voice of Jill, take on that persona and that look is just friggin' phenomenal. Somebody else that came up during the discussion I had with Josh this week was Sheena. Sheena is an awesome cosplayer who, you know, has traditionally is very well known for her Claire Redfield cosplays, in particular her Code Veronica Claire Redfield. But yeah, Sheena is doing all kinds of wonderful cosplay goodness. So again, her Twitter handle will be in the description, and it's well worth a follow. But I am so impressed by, you know, she's done Claire, she's done Regina from Dino Crisis, and most recently she's doing an Aerith cosplay. But what she's doing with it is she wasn't a fan of Aerith's pink dress, so she's taken the design of Tifa's costume and the color palette of Aerith's costume, and she's mixing them together. And I love when cosplayers do that. They take stuff and they make their own designs, but still try to keep the essence of the character alive. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Sheena's. I really like what she's doing with her cosplays, and I strongly recommend giving her a follow. All of the above, actually. You know, follow at High Frenzy, follow Nikki Lee Tompkins, and follow it at Agent Sheena. They're all really, really talented, wonderful people. And finally, for this week's Community Spotlight, I want to just draw attention to some cool artists. One that I meant to talk about on last week's news episode, but just with how rushed I was with all the PlayStation 5 news, it kind of fell to the wayside, is the awesome Chromantica. This is Mari on Twitter. Some of Chromantica's work is up on her website, and it's absolutely stunning high-res images, well worth checking out. Mari is a visual dev and a color designer, and her work is stunning. I'm a big fan. I would definitely be ordering prints of some of Mari's stuff because I'm really in love with it. It's very much my aesthetic, and it's very much lands in my wheelhouse. And you can follow her on Twitter at Chromantica, and I strongly recommend it if you want to be seeing loads of beautiful art in your timeline, which, you know, it always cheers me up when I see nothing but misery and, you know, awful stuff in my timeline, and then I see a really awesome image from people like Jack, who we've also featured on the channel before, Josh, and of course Chromantica, Mari. So definitely check her out. And speaking of artists, I came across an artist on Twitter called Krazy Kakes, also known as @Blue and Red Wires. No E on the blue, just BLU. And really blown away by their art. I was so blown away, in fact, that I headed over and checked out their Etsy. And I ended up picking up a bunch of bitchin' stickers, Resident Evil 3 stickers to be precise, Resident Evil 3 Remake. So I have some here on my headphones. I'm going to give you a look, so I'm going to go quiet for a sec. And Jelly Bean. So we got Carlos saying, "Hey fuckface," and we've got Jill saying, "I'll show you stars." I've stuck some of the other stickers. I can't even remember. They're all over the place. I think I stuck a Nemesis onto the back of my phone, my other phone, the one that's not recording at the moment. Yes, I did. I stuck this bitch learning to swim, which I just think is glorious. Krazy Kakes has done all manner of awesome stuff beyond just the ones I've shown you there. Really affordable, really reasonably priced stuff on Etsy. I am a big fan. I've already ordered a second batch of stuff. I ordered a batch of Resident Evil 2 and 3 stickers. But yeah, I am a big fan. And just the actual art that's on Krazy Kakes' Twitter page at Blue and Red Wires is stunning. Like, just released a bunch of Resident Evil 2, Code Veronica 1 and 3 art on their Twitter earlier, and I was just floored. I'm going to be, as I say, I love to support artists. I love to support really good artists and champion their works, and I will definitely be picking up some more of Blue and Red Warrior stuff because it's just my jam. I just love it. So that's really it for this week, guys. The only other thing I would mention is that when I was at Panic Fest in Kansas City in January, I saw a bunch of incredible films, and one of those films, one of the funniest films and most entertaining horror films that I saw at Panic Fest, was an anthology horror feature film called Scare Package, which is just... I just love it so much. It just brings out all the warm fuzzy feelings in me. It's such a beautiful love letter to horror and to kind of like all the different types of horror genres, decades. And I cannot sing this thing's praises enough. It was put together, like kind of organized by a guy named and directed. I guess, you know, the wraparound is directed by Aaron B. Kuntz, who also has another fantastic looking movie coming out called The Pale Door, which the poster is just fucking amazing. But yeah, I met Aaron and producer Cameron at Panic Fest, and they are the nicest guys, and they really love this, you know, this genre and these type of films. And it's so evident because you can tell when somebody makes a cynical film kind of ripping the piss out of horror movies, and you can kind of be almost offended by it. But Scare Package is just a delight from start to finish, in my opinion. It's available on Shudder right now. Well worth checking out. Shudder is an awesome place for horror content, so if you're not already checking it out, I would recommend popping over, and if you can, grab a trial even and check out Scare Package, because it is so friggin' funny, entertaining. It's got some great cameos, it's got some great cast. Chase Williamson, who I also mentioned in the interview with Graham Skipper, appears in Scare Package, and he's so funny in it. But yeah, I would say that Scare Package and Puppet Killer were two of the funniest films I saw at Panic Fest, and Scare Package is now out there in the world, and I will keep you updated on Puppet Killer's release, because that was another one well worth checking out. So that's it, guys. It is now 11:43 on Thursday the 19th of June where I am, and I have 17 minutes out from experiencing The Last of Us 2. I am slightly nervous. The first game meant a lot to me. If you haven't seen it already, I released a video here on the channel from kind of an excerpt from my Twitch live stream where I explain why a certain beat in the first game really hit me in a very emotionally, charged and raw way. But yeah, I'm a very big fan of these games, and I'm only nervous because I know the type of gut punch that I'm about to be put through, and if I didn't want it, I wouldn't be playing it, and I do. I want Naughty Dog are challenging storytellers. They're not afraid to do things that provoke reaction and discussion, and for that, I am very excited to be checking The Last of Us 2 out. So, yeah, and expect to see some content on that in the future. I'm going to leave it a bit because I'm sure the internet's going to be flooded with content, and people who haven't had an opportunity to get the game are going to be trying to avoid spoilers and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not gonna flood my feed with Last of Us 2 content. I will be streaming, however, on Twitch on Tuesday from 8 p.m. Game Undecided. I put it out in the stream I did tonight, what people would like me to see me play, and I got a few suggestions. One was Prey, because I haven't actually played that. Another was Outlast 2, which I would definitely be interested in checking out. And if you want to see me scream like a girl a lot, or well, scream like me, I scream much more effeminately than most girls I know, who are a lot stronger and braver than me. But yeah, definitely tune in on Tuesday on Twitch. I'll yet again drop a link to my Twitch channel below. Pop on over there on Tuesday, get involved. There's a really good thriving little community of survivors in the chats on the live streams. People are kind of generating friendships, becoming, adding each other on PlayStation and setting up, plays with each other, which I think is so cool. That's all I've ever wanted with this channel. So yeah, definitely head on over and check that out. Tuesday, 8 p.m. GMT, and then the same on Thursdays. That's it, guys. That's my roundup for the week. As I say, no real news, but lots of community stuff. And part of why I love doing this channel so much is to spotlight and highlight things within the community. If you want to check out news related stuff, you can check out some of the trailer reactions we released this week. We did the Outlast trials and also In Sound Mind. So yeah, you can check those trailers out. And Appreciate you being here. I really do. I appreciate every single person who subscribes and sticks around for this channel or just checks the content out. And if you have checked the content out and you haven't subscribed yet, it would be amazing if you could. You know, I'm not trying to get too preachy or whatever, but I'd love it if you could just hit that subscribe button, stick around and join the party, because it's going to, you know, grow and expand, and I would love to have you here with us as that happens. As always, you guys, let us survive together, and peace out.